Yo, what
How
up,
you
dude? I
doing?
was just trying to mess around with the headphones real quick. Still trying to figure them out.
The Sonos ones?
Yeah, these things on my head.
Yeah. What's wrong with them now?
Oh, it's just like I pressed the wrong button, so I was trying. Like noise canceling is on now.
Yeah. It's like a whole, that's all new muscle memory because you got this bottom button, which we know is power, but these ones, and I think you can change it. I think you can change what these do. So
Yeah,
like
that's what I was just
pressing
changing.
is
So
to play
like,
pause, and then this bottom one's the sound
what's a wear
canceling.
mode again? Do we know?
Aware mode is where like it has the microphones listening to the background noise and it plays it in your headphones
Yeah, okay.
because
That's
the
why I was like
headphones
curious.
naturally muffle it.
Yeah, okay. So I just changed it to now it's noise canceling and then off. Before it was noise canceling in aware mode.
Yeah,
And the noise canceling, like I told you last time, just makes me hot and sweaty and nauseous.
just feels
Weird.
like you're claustrophobic
Yeah,
almost.
that makes me feel like I'm underwater or something weird. But they're good now. Fixed it. You don't wear yours yet? You're not a big fan?
I still try to figure out how to make them work with the podcast.
Why do they work for me and not you?
I don't know. The last time I tried them, they were like super delayed,
Interesting.
but maybe there was that setting that I needed to do that we tried on yours.
Yeah, I'm trying to look at your lips right now to see if there's a delay or not.
Nah, I think it's good, right?
I think
Test
so.
1, 2.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah,
It
pretty
looks
fast.
delayed, but maybe it's not.
Well, it can't be that bad. I mean,
Yeah.
if it semi looks good.
Yeah, you got to
What's
be
been new, dude?
peaceful with um not much, man. Got
Are you good?
wellness week. Nice little break from work this week.
What's a
Um
wellness week for the people that don't
Wellness
know?
week. Yeah, for the people that don't know, we just get a week off for work for the holiday, 4th of July. So they just give us the whole week off. Um, People usually plan trips around then, so it's always nice, but I didn't. We tried to as a group. It fell through. Appa came into the family, so we couldn't go traveling.
Yeah, yeah. Forgot having a
No, we just
puppy.
couldn't go.
Can't do anything with it.
Yeah, he gets his last round of shots, right?
You wish. Second round is, I think, next week, and then the
Yeah, but he's
third
almost
round is
done.
4 weeks from there. And you
Yeah, he's
can't take
done
him on
in
a walk until the third round, so that's another month.
I thought week 14 of his birth.
Nah, week 16, I think, or 18.
Interesting. That
There's
fucking sucks.
three. Yeah, there's 3 parvo booster shots.
Jeez.
But
It's
we
like a
washed him in
California law.
tallow soap today. Cleaned him up a little bit.
You've given him a bath every day.
Yeah, he gets dirty.
Well, you gave him one on Saturday, didn't you?
Sure wanted to wash him in Dawn dish soap.
What was wrong with him?
Nothing. He's just coat of piss on his head.
Well, didn't you bathe him the other day for real?
We bathed him today. The other day, no, he just came into the shower with us.
But you didn't bathe him, so you just let him hang out in the shower with you.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to show him it's a safe place, you know?
Yeah. So at what point? Like, I'm not saying you're not doing this, but when's like the training change,
Yeah,
like
that's a
start
good
up?
question, dude. Maybe we just let him be free.
Yeah, he's gonna be a big dog. I feel to just
I
be
mean,
free.
it worked for Tacopa.
I feel like there was a lot of training that happened with him.
Yeah,
No?
I don't know.
Well, I was just curious. I'm not saying you're not doing it. That's just
But it could
he's
be
a big.
better, you're saying.
Yeah, no, I think he's just gonna be a big dog, and like there's a lot of concern around, like
My biggest concern is the walking, like the leash training would be my
yeah,
priority.
that's gotta start now.
Yeah.
He's getting big already. He's gonna be too fast for you to catch him.
I was thinking, like, imagine a 140-pound dog pulling, like, size style.
Yeah, you're fucked. You'll never walk him.
I'd be ripping on the skateboard.
He'd kill you on the skateboard. Also, he ain't gonna be moving that quick. He'll be tired and pudgy.
He's gonna be fat.
Well, I mean, Zion's definitely faster than him.
The coda or the puppy?
The puppy.
Oh yeah, for now, dude. This is all temporary.
Are those type of dogs fast?
They're like the trucks, so they like go the long. They're like the enduro guys.
Yeah, they just pull shit.
Well, they're like in the back of the sled. The huskies are more up front.
Yeah, the muscular. Yeah, the other ones are just like
Yeah, they're the
the
muscle. Yeah, the
yeah,
powerhouse.
yeah. They're like the pullers. Well, we'll see. We'll try to trade this thing up, but we got to start. I think you got to start tuning him a little bit. Do some stuff to him.
Well, so
It's
what's new? What'd you do today? I haven't seen you in like months.
yesterday I got we went on a nice long bike ride, 16 miles. I was told we were only going on a 20-minute bike ride, and then all of a sudden, our buddy decided it wasn't 20 minutes. He also never
Stubborn.
complimented us on us getting up the hill. He was like, "It depends how quick these guys can get up." I thought we were hauling ass, and he never
Yeah, I
said a
thought we
word.
flew up there.
Yeah, and then when we got there, I was like, "All right, I guess we turn around." And no, no, we went miles still. But
And
yeah,
you
we
had a
went
panic
biking.
attack.
Me?
Yeah,
No, I didn't have a panic attack.
towards the end.
No one was listening to me, and I was trying to get my boy to work.
Yeah,
And I like
well,
it.
Shug
California,
appreciates it, dude.
everybody's just got like this casual, like no urgency. On the East Coast is just different. There's like if somebody was like, "Yo, I got work," everybody would like their mind would shift. Like if somebody said, "I gotta be somewhere," the mind shifts in every individual. Versus out here, I don't think anybody heard me. Also, I don't know why I gave a shit. It's not me that had to go to work. I'm just a kind person. But
Maybe you're an advocate type. Maybe your personality test was
oh well,
wrong.
that's the protagonist. Also, like I'm the hero.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
hero of the story. But maybe, yeah, when I took the test, I'm not sold on it 100%. I feel like I definitely fit every time I've taken it, I'm always in the green. One of those green. I'm either the campaigner or I've been the protagonist. I've taken it like 4 times now, and I always fall in one of those two. I think there was one time I took it and it was something else, but I've taken it like 5 or 6 times now.
Trill took it for me, and she got commander for me.
What'd you get originally?
We got
But you didn't take it
the
yet.
campaigner.
Yeah, okay. Which are similar. They're both green.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll take it today for myself.
Anybody out there that doesn't know what we're talking about the Myers-Briggs 16 personalities test.
Check out
We've
one of the
done it
season 1
live. Yeah,
episodes.
we've done it live on air. But now the whole crew's been taking it, and a lot of cool shit comes out of that. I took the test. I came up as the protagonist. Matt was the commander on Trill's side. He's gonna retake it himself. Pretty accurate shit, I thought.
What'd Kendall get?
She got Ken, were you the advocate? I think she's not
Pretending like
listening.
she's not there.
Yeah.
I got the defender for Trill, which I think is spot on. I don't know. I
Yeah,
forget
Trill
did
she got the advocate. You got
for
the defender
herself.
for her. I think Ken might have been the defender as well. I can't remember. Ken was the consul.
Oh,
Yeah, another purple one, I think.
which
Or
like
blue.
that makes sense for a nurse.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I'm curious on the 16 on the test. Do the colors coordinate with like that color test, the personality test on colors, or like when we did the bird boxing course?
Yeah, I don't know. We need to take the color test.
Yeah, but I forget the.
Didn't he like do like a live test?
Yeah, he did a test with us, and
Yeah.
he told us what colors we were. But I think there's a piece to it. I forgot.
We were
I like.
blues.
Yeah, like something like blues are the
Blue.
neutral ones. Something's really aggressive.
Yeah, red.
Green's like very subtle, and then red was something I forget what they all were.
Yellow was very empathetic.
Mm-hmm. There you go. That's right. I couldn't remember. But yeah, that was a coaching course we've done. But Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so on the biking, when we were biking, maybe that's the protagonist in me coming out, but I was just very I wanted us, everybody to put a little bit of pep in their step and have some urgency behind it, and nobody had urgency.
Is protagonist a hero or just the main character?
The main character, the hero. I don't. What do they
So
call
you're
a
just
hero?
like always the main character.
Maybe in my monologue, I don't fucking know. Like that, you don't. What do you think I am? This is like nobody even commented. I
I
didn't
think you're
fucking make the
definitely
test.
green. You're definitely in the greens. They're like visionary, like
Yeah,
creative,
the extroverted,
leadership,
I think, is
those kind
green
of
for the most
things.
part.
Yeah.
Um, somebody else take it for me. Ken will take it for me. It's one of those tests where you go in and you're clicking things and you second guess yourself. You're like, oh, I could be this, I could be that. Or it's one of those tests where you just are like, this is what I want to be as you're clicking through it, which I tried to avoid doing. I was like, one of the questions like, would you rather do this or do this? And it's like, like I want to do this, but this is probably actually how I am.
But I can see myself doing this other thing.
Yeah, exactly. So those are the hard ones, but I guess that's where neutral comes in. But yeah, at this point in my life, apparently I'm the protagonist. So if you don't agree with me, Matt, piss off.
Yes, sir.
I'm just kidding. How was the bike ride for you, man? You
It was
didn't have,
good.
you were even
I had a good time.
cruising.
Hit some jumps. We're going to practice. We're going to go. Me and Luke are going just downhill mountain biking tomorrow. Good old Big Bear, our spot. It's turning into our spot.
Yeah. I mean, probably just gonna buy a cabin there.
We are gonna have to figure out where to get coffee on the road.
Yeah. What time?
I ain't
We'll
waiting until
figure
we
that
get to the
out.
Big Bear. You know.
Yeah. We'll have to stop. Go. Get some other stuff. Um, a sandwich or something. It's food. I gotta pack some food. But yeah, we're going Big Bear or Snow Summit, whatever the fuck it's called. Mountain biking.
Should be a good
Should be
time.
fun.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna hit
your pedal fell
downhills.
off yesterday. Mid
Yeah, I'll
bike
bring my
ride.
toolkit.
Yeah. Bring your toolkit. I was thinking the same thing. I mean, we're at the mountain, so if like a tire blows or something, I'm sure they just have a bike shop there, right?
At the top of the lift, they have those little stands that have a bunch of tools on it
No,
too, so you can mess with your
no,
bike there.
that's pretty dope. So somebody can just fix it for me if we need to.
Yeah,
It's sick. Um, but yes, aside from that, that's the life that's been going on for me.
nice,
Nothing
dude.
else. Yeah, nothing fucking else. It's been like a lot of exhaustion. I feel like the last 2 days have just completely destroyed my soul.
Yeah. So we made pizzas.
I was just gonna say.
I
Pizza competition. Do we have a name
think
for it?
I think the judging was tainted.
I agree. I think there's got to be a better way. So apparently I won, but I'm not, no bragging rights there because a lot of people left that competition with a lot of, I think there was a lot of anger at the end. I saw some on like some people's faces.
We had 7 categories: crust and border, sauce, taste, sauce. What was it? Sauce body,
Body.
smell, um, overall taste, overall appearance, and then creativity and simplicity of perfection. That long category. I
Yeah.
think we should like some of the categories. I think we should have made a little simpler. Just like, would you eat it again?
Yeah.
Like something like that.
Well, I feel like there was a lot of hardship with it. I think it should have been a lot of like take a bite and the grading starts. I feel like also knowing who cooked it might have fucked you a little bit because everybody was competing in it.
Yeah, I wanted to give a lot more ones on the creativity department, but I didn't feel like it was fair because it was like the order in which you went.
Yeah.
But I
So then,
did
like
think we
as you're
all
going
ended
through
up
it,
making the same kind of base sauce, like
yeah,
everybody across the board,
yeah,
except
it
maybe
went
Trill.
simple. Yeah. No, it was fun though, but competition. I feel like just we left. I don't know, we left, and a lot of people I felt were angered by the situation. So we're gonna have I guess a trial run number 2, pizza comp, where you're gonna be sushi or something.
Sushi comp next.
Get my ass kicked there. That's also another hard one because it's like, well, what does that come down to?
It's who makes the most unique roll. Definitely visual appearance is going to be huge on sushi.
Yeah. Who's the most like
Like
delicate with putting it
Japanese, very
together?
detail oriented, very into fucking high aesthetics.
Yeah. Being able to put it together, I could see that as well.
You can do
Like,
your little chef sauce drizzling there too, and really just change the game of the sushi.
yeah, I'm gonna probably go with some fresh caviar.
Yeah, fucking some roe in there.
I wouldn't know what I would do. Sushi's a tough one for me. I'd have to fucking go fish and catch the fish myself. That should be part of the comp.
Yeah, Nick, are you out there, dude? Fishing trip?
Nick or Jose, somebody
Yeah,
got to
Jose
take
Day,
us.
if you're out there live. A lot of CrossFitters in the chat. Jamie Trainer joined. Got Erica, Taryn, Send Jet.
Who's that?
I don't know. I always thought he was your friend.
Maybe I just don't know people's Instagrams names. Yeah, I don't know people's Instagram names. Um,
Hot
are we
take.
going?
Let's hear it, dude.
Are we going down the CrossFit rabbit hole this week?
We could. Some topics we could chat about.
Yeah, I had a couple things I wanted to say. Brain's just like all over the place right now. We were talking about pizza. I was on the trajectory
Oh,
of talking
Ed,
about
dude, welcome.
who is it?
Chill says it's Ed from the gym.
Oh, sick. Okay. Um, what'd you ask me? You asked me a question.
I asked you what your hot take was.
Oh, this
Also,
I
is your
don't have.
studio is your studio light on? Because you ripped me last time.
Yeah, it's on. Does it not look like it? It's far away today though from the computer. I'm having some tech issues. I'm sweating tonight. No idea why. The headphones suffocate my ears. The house is 1,000 degrees.
Also, you sent
Um.
me a Instagram video of time it takes your shot to pour in the espresso world isn't the
Mhm.
most crucial. It's just kind of like a guideline, which I thought was like, yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. I was trying to, wonder if you were gonna. Did you answer me? I think you ignored me.
Yeah, I answered.
What'd you say?
I just thumbs up that like cool video.
Sick, man. Like a conversation could have started with that, but
Well, I thought we could just chat about it here.
yeah, we can. Like that's like the hard part. Like my friends, like I'm trying to like have some conversations with everybody. I send my friends some cool clips on the Instagram, and they just usually ignore me most of the time. Versus like, so whenever Kendall sends me stuff as well, she'll send me something. She'll be like, "Why do you answer me on Instagram?" It's like, well, because I'm engaging in the conversation. I'm being like an active listener or something. But that's the same way like you and Sam are. You guys just like ignore, but you'll send stuff then. And then I like want to engage, but then I'm like, well, they don't engage when I send them stuff, so they probably don't want to read this.
You're revengeful, dude.
I don't think it's
Is
called
that part of the
revengeful.
protagonist?
Probably. I don't even remember what was some of the characteristic traits,
I don't remember.
the negative flaws. Um, but yeah, so the espresso shot, we talked a lot about coffee last week. But yeah, I was confused. The video, 27 to 30 seconds is like the idea, but that's the beginning stages of learning espresso. If you have a shot, it's more about consistency, which is like if you can get your shot to just be consistently, I guess 35 seconds or whatever the recipe calls for. That's the hard part. The video didn't really explain, right? Here's the intermediate or beginner level. What takes you to that next level? What
Right.
classifies you as being able to be like, oh, I'm going to only run these or all my shots on this bean are going to be into the to 37 seconds and still makes it good. Is it the profile that you like, the taste you like?
I think it is, yeah. It's just whatever you find to be that perfect brew,
In your opinion?
keeping the consistency moving forward. So let's say you got like some Rwandan, you tried at your current setup, pours in like 25 seconds, but it tastes really bomb. Like you taste like fruity notes or whatever. Then you go back to like, all right, well, shit, that wasn't 30 seconds long. So like you try to change your grind and then you make it 30 seconds, but then it ends up tasting like crap, I think is what he's saying. He's like, don't just be married to the 30-second range. Like if you have a good tasting coffee at 25 seconds, then just pour it to 25
Yeah.
and just consistently do that.
Well, I guess you got to know there's the science piece to it, because you have to know like what you're extracting, right? Like the longer you extract something, the more flavor of X, Y, and Z it might pull out versus the other way. Under extracted coffee.
You're missing notes, but you could over extract it, so too much contact time with the bean, so you could pull out too much flavor is not the word, but you could like pull out the deeper roasting notes of like burntness, basically.
Or bitter. Yeah, the bitterness. Yeah.
Yeah. If you over extract it, which would just be like, 40, 50 seconds or whatever.
It depends. Because if you do a Ray Allongé,
Yeah.
it's a 60-second shot. And it's a 30% more, I guess, caffeine or something like that, right?
Extraction, everything.
There's a lot of talk in the coffee world. For anybody who doesn't understand that, they probably left the chat already.
What does everybody in chat drink? What kind of coffee do you all have? What do you do at home, and what's your favorite thing to get going out? Drop it in the chat. Curious. I think
I
my
tried to make a
favorite
new drink
thing to
yesterday.
make at home is just a long black or an Americano.
Well, two different things, dude. Two
I
fucking
guess I
different
usually
things.
do a long black, water first,
Yeah.
and then coffee on top. That's my favorite at home. Going out, man, it's tough. Usually, like, if I find something unique there, I like to get that. Flat
Like,
whites sometimes.
but what do you mean unique? What's unique?
Like something I haven't seen before, maybe like a tonic or like a piccolo.
Yeah, okay. Piccolo. I tried to make a Melbourne variant style macchiato yesterday. I tried to like take it into my own twist, but apparently it didn't come out that great.
It was too coffee strong, too coffee forward.
Apparently, I think it was too coffee forward. As I was like making, I was like, it's gonna be coffee forward. But
Wasn't the customer though like someone that we've seen eating condensed milk out of a can?
yeah, so it
Okay.
was tough. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they like a little bit more milkier drinks.
Yeah, well, I did put some sugar in there, but obviously, I don't think it was enough. It didn't get like the highest rate or like ravings as past coffees.
CrossFit Aaron joined up, dude.
Is he going tomorrow?
Yeah, Aaron, are you gonna go biking tomorrow? Did you see if you could make that work? Let us
Yeah,
know
this
in
is
the
like
chat or text me.
it's like a falling apart chat. I was thinking about that today. I was like, damn, me, Matt, and Neil haven't even said a word to each other yet. Then you text it, and I was laughing. It's one thing else I got to learn. I got to start learning how to dig into taking care of the bike more.
Aaron says, "Fuck all that. You don't need to do it."
You got to clean it.
I don't know if he cleans his.
You don't think?
No,
Damn. He's got a Santa Cruz, right?
no, he's got a GT.
Same as you.
No, I don't have a GT. I have a Vitus. You don't even know my own bike.
Yeah, I thought you had something else.
Nah, Vitus Mystique.
Yours is like discontinued, right?
On the Instagram chat, don't forget you guys can write stuff there. So like, favorite type of coffee.
Yeah, nobody was interacting today, dude. It's just the Luke and Matt show. It's all right. It's all right. There's a lot of I'm not sure. It's a last minute deal. I guess we'll find out at
coming
4.
down to the wire, dude. Yeah, we'll find out at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
He'll
that's
show up
fine.
with an RX bar in his mouth.
Well, we got to know because I don't know if we could fit all the cars. But the all drive, like, it's a whole disaster. This whole thing.
I could take the rocks out of my truck.
Yeah, we just need to know. I had so many things I wanted to talk to you about today. Now we're just late in the
Tell me,
day.
dude. Tell me.
I can't remember. Just can't remember. What did I tell you this weekend that I wanted to talk about?
CrossFit stuff.
Yeah, or something else. There was something different other than CrossFit. I saw this video earlier today, and it was, I think Hiller posted it, but it was this other podcast talking about like sports or whatever, where people identify. Anyway, it came down to CrossFit, and it was like CrossFitters. There's like an extreme version of a CrossFitter, and they identify as CrossFit. Like everything they do is CrossFit. They like call their friends and all they talk about is CrossFit. They ask how the WOD of the day was, and they were like going through this whole thing. And it was like they hurt themselves doing CrossFit and they like rehab so they can go hurt themselves again doing CrossFit. Do you agree with that?
Would you call that a type of person, or would you call that a phase?
I feel like it's a phase
Yeah. I
where
think
they're like
CrossFit
really
has
into
a
it.
lot of phases. Yeah.
Yeah. Explain that more. So phases is in what way?
And just like how you treat it. There's like the very beginning phase where you're still like justifying the price and you're still nervous and scared and like you're
Hmm.
still kind of like this isn't gonna do shit. Like what's the word? Aaron, I think we're gonna leave early, dude. We're gonna go pretty fast downhill. Like probably 5 in the morning.
Yeah, Aaron's right. CrossFit fucking sucks. Let's talk about how
Aaron's
fast we're
probably
gonna go
guilty
tomorrow.
of the phases. He
Aaron,
went
call
all
the
the way
fuck in,
to
dude. Dial
yeah.
this number 805 941 0760. Take a
I
picture of
gotta
it.
give Aaron credit because he actually did like take CrossFit competitively, competed, went to regionals, like, which I think was just a phase though, Aaron. And now you're kind of like tapering down. Now you're just using CrossFit to just stay in shape, keep up with the kids, go on these mountain bike rides, whoop Luke's ass and some thrusters and toes the
And dip.
bar.
And the dip. The I was talking to another friend about this morning. Um, do you ever think about like how many things are out there that can kill you? So it came up about the mountain biking stuff, and we were talking about. He was like, "That shit can kill you." So we were talking about that, but everything can. He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't like going out into the woods because like there's fucking mountain lions." He was asking if we're prepared if a mountain lion's out there, or like one of us gets attacked, or a bear.
Dude, why do people always do that?
What?
It's just like they jump to the like nature thing, but it's like there's fucking people rolling into grocery stores with guns.
Well, that was my rebuttal. I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "He's like, that's why you got to stay to the city." And I was like, "The city?" I was like, "The city's worse than nature." And he was like, "How so?" And then we went down that rabbit hole. I was like, "I mean, you walk down the street, you get fucking run over by a car, a bus, somebody blows you up, somebody shoots you, people all over the place. You get caught in the middle of a drug fucking deal, like whatever it might be. It's fucking the city. Just life in general is scary. But do you ever get like stuck thinking about that? Like, fuck, this could kill me."
um, it depends how much time I have to think. The reason I like mountain biking, or I don't notice it in mountain biking, is because you're going so fast. Like when Aaron and I did Gridley, like there was literally like parts of the single track trail that like would just disintegrate to like a line, and then there
Fuck
was
that.
literally a cliff. But like by the time you realized what it was, you already passed it, so like you couldn't really freak out about it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I don't fuck with that shit anymore. Even yesterday, I was like very casual going down. Once we got to the bottom and it was that casual hill, that was sick. That was really fun. I was constantly worried about like a switchback coming up when I was going too fast. So like,
All right, so not such an extreme example since you're thinking about it too much. Like even like there's a rock in the middle of the trail, right, that could easily clip your pedal and send you flying. Like you don't realize that could happen until like you've already passed it. Like you're like, oh shit, that was a big rock, and you're like, oh shit, what if my pedal hit that rock up? There's the
yeah,
next fucking thing I gotta deal with.
yeah. But
Like
how
there's
many
so
times do you
many
think?
obstacles on the mountain bike that you're just changing thoughts all the time.
But that's in like life as well. Like when you're driving a fucking car, the same thing happens. Like how many times you just driving and you're like, oh, that car almost hit me, or that, or I swerved a little bit, or I could have hit this pothole, or I could have hit that guardrail, or
I guess not
what
as
if
much. I feel like it's just not as much.
yeah, isn't there like a thing about that? Like you push it out of your head.
If you're
It's like
not
a
on the
thing
highway, I mean, how much? I mean, I guess if you're on the highway, you're probably safer.
on the highway than back roads.
Yeah, for
But to
more
a
like
degree.
obscure shit happening.
Well, we this remember the whatever I think you talked about on here before that your teacher got hit by like a bolt from a truck and died.
My philosophy teacher's his friend's wife died. They were just driving on the highway and a bolt fell off a fucking truck. Lindsay J and up. Wow, long time no see. That was in high school. I was in college, so you wouldn't know the story.
But the bolt came through and
That's weird. Monica and Lindsay joined at the same time. That's sus. They're up to no good. Dude, Aaron, we agree with you, man. Like, CrossFit was not a real sport. It's a way to fucking train.
to
I think we've
get
talked
good at
about it on here.
everything else.
Other
Yeah, we've talked
sports,
about that
yeah.
100 times. Yeah, but we're on the same boat as you, Cleefish. Always using CrossFit. I feel like I don't even know if there was a time when I thought that. Like I don't think I've ever was into the part where CrossFit was always like that was the sport. I never got into it,
Yeah.
never really competed. Not really a competitor though.
Says the guy that won the pizza comp.
I didn't want to win. Taryn, you can
You
have the
wanted to
win.
win.
Somebody else, Trill, who was the closest person in second, who had
So it's just you.
101.5. No, somebody had was like 2 points
Sam,
off.
probably.
Yeah, maybe his jalapeno pizza.
He got all the pity scores because he was last, taking forever, stuck.
Everybody was tired. But no, so when we were talking about like just being able to die everywhere, that was what freaked him out. And he's like, I'd rather just stay home or go into the city and not go to those things. Are you prepared if a mountain lion attacked you while biking?
Well, here's the question: if I was like Luke, listen, man, I'm gonna cut you a deal. We're friends. I'm gonna $50. I'll tell you how you're gonna die and when.
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah, right.
$50? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
The fuck would I? I'm
Well, normally
fucking
I charge people like
$50.
thousands of dollars for this information.
No, $50 though. Yeah, I don't want.
This guy, he wants everything for free.
No, I don't know. I just is like, what the fuck? You're gonna tell me when I'm dying?
Yeah, but then imagine if I told you when and how, you'll just live your life like doing whatever the fuck you want. Like you wouldn't be scared to, go mountain biking
I feel like you wouldn't be able to function as a normal human.
as the time got closer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess unless it's like, yeah, no, because people are dumb. Or unless you're saying like everything is played out, like so you could go if you knew you're gonna do things that aren't on the
Yeah.
map.
All right, let's say the only thing I could tell you is just how you're going to die.
That still alters the way that the story is written. So if you're saying like, hey, there's a timeline, everything that Luke does, like they're already predetermined events, like
Yeah.
every decision that
Yeah.
he makes is going to go a different direction. But if the second you tell me, everything changes.
Or that was just planned that I was going to tell you.
But now every decision I make is in response to that.
And that was the plan the whole time.
Maybe, I guess, if you're going to go down that fucking string theory. Wait, wasn't there something you talked about the other day? Knowing how is way worse than knowing why. That's also true.
Yeah, imagine if I was like, Luke, you're going to die
Just
falling
don't
to your
fucking put
death.
this out. I'm not going tomorrow now. You just ruined it. I'm
But
not
you could
going
fall
tomorrow.
from anything. Like maybe I meant like a plane falling from the sky and you were in it.
Yeah, I guess I don't think I'd want to know.
I wouldn't want to know. Hell no.
Yeah. Definitely not. Knowing how is knowing when.
Knowing how is way worse than knowing when, I think she meant to say.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about it.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the when isn't fair because if you know when, what up, random Rick? If you know when,
Yo.
then you'll just do whatever the fuck you want in life.
Yeah.
If I was like, Luke, you're going to die July 15th, 2085. You're going to be like, fuck yeah, dude, let's hit Big Bear. I'm going Black Diamonds, bro.
Yeah, maybe that's different, but
Yeah, I guess you're still taking a risk, though, because, I mean, you could still just be paralyzed from the neck down for
yeah.
the next 100 years of your life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, you got to ride life. When my friend was telling me this, I was like, yeah, I get it. I try to ride the mountain bikes now, just more cautious, like way more cautious. Like you guys were flying. I ain't doing that.
Yeah, but there's also the other end of the spectrum. You live life too cautious, then yeah, you're
Yeah.
just gonna sit at home forever.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah, you just sit at home, which like if you go down that theory of like that will kill you quicker. Sit at home, become sedentary, eat random fucking junk food, and you know, miss out on a solar eclipse, like something beautiful to see, or like a fucking shooting star.
It's riding a scooter in the middle of Vietnam
Yeah,
where you can't even read a street sign
yeah,
when you're driving a vehicle.
yeah. Like, what are like was that probably like the closest, not closest to death, but like one of the riskiest things you've done? Like, what's one of the riskiest things that you've done
In the
that, like,
moment, it felt like it, but I don't know, like in the big picture, if I take the time to like think about my life, probably
yeah,
not. But
yeah,
in the moment, I was like, holy shit, like you just have to let go of all control and just like drive.
yeah? I just be
Like
like
the
in this
merging
situation.
in the circles was just like, all right, I guess we're just shoving this thing in here.
Yeah, and it was more of like the other cars will just let you get in, just don't get hit. Um, but the other
I
piece,
always forget that I had Vince was on my scooter like the whole time, carrying him
yeah,
around.
man. Yeah, do you have a photo of you and him? He looked like a
I don't
goober.
think so. There's G now. G, we're just talking about you, dude. How you want to just stay home all day.
um, the I feel like there's been so many times you probably are like many times we've probably mountain biked or camped or hiked with like an animal like fucking stalking us. We just don't know. The amount of times you probably jumped in the ocean, like growing up at Jersey Shore, where like a shark was next to you and like nothing happened. Um, yeah, the amount of times that, like, how many times have me and you just done random fucking, like when we were in Washington and we hiked that Rattlesnake Lake every night in the pitch black? How many times was there an animal that just looked at us and was like, these fucking idiots, I could kill them, but I'm not.
Yeah, probably a bunch. But also think about all the people that die like when there's a heat wave and you're like, oh wow, really? Someone died from that?
Mm-hmm.
Like people just die at home too. Tornado
Yeah.
came through, thunderstorm,
Yeah.
people die. There's a
Yeah.
blizzard in Texas, people died apparently.
Yeah. One of my biggest fears growing up was like Vince's backyard I was on the second floor, had so many fucking big trees. And every time a storm came by, I was fucking petrified that one of the trees was going to blow over during the storm and just crush the house. And like, these weren't like these trees that we have around here. Like, these were fucking
Trees.
gigantic trees, like
Trunk
everywhere.
that
Like
you
the
couldn't
whole,
even hug.
yeah, Aaron wants to know what the number is.
It's
It's
right
on the
here on the
screen.
chat, dude.
But there's so
805
many.
941
Yeah, I used to like just be scared of that my whole existence of growing up. And then eventually I got over it. Oh god, chat's about to really. Everybody get ready. Is it on? Do you have it turned on?
Yeah, we'll see when
We
he
have a
calls.
special guest right here about to happen, chat, ladies and gentlemen.
His new favorite thing right now is the inverted penis, whatever that means. So
Yeah,
just
we'll have
be
to dig
prepared,
into
chat.
that.
Not sure where he saw it from.
Oh gosh. Um, I was also talking to there's the pup. Things are fucking nut. We were talking about ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts?
No,
No.
we talked about that on the Easter Penitentiary podcast.
Yeah, but you don't believe in him at all? I don't even remember asking you that.
Lindsay and Monica didn't we go to that Eastern
Eastern State.
Penitentiary,
I
State
don't even know if
Penitentiary, haunted
are they
ride
here
thing?
still?
I don't believe in ghosts, no, because the big thing I just get hung up on is like, why would anyone who has an afterlife just want to hang out here and like haunt people?
But what if they're forced to do it? Like they're like, if let's break it down into like you're in
So
heaven
say
or
there's a
you're in
god,
hell.
and then he was
Yeah.
like, you know what, you got to stay on Earth in this building and just wait for people to come and then harass them. Still, it's like, why? Why would that be a thing?
Well, maybe not there. It's like their soul is trapped.
Like to an object,
I guess. I don't know.
building.
Their soul is trapped from being able to leave, and it's like they need to be like a shaman. They need a shaman to to heal their soul.
Maybe.
You know what a shaman is?
Yeah, we had this discussion on the podcast. I told you about that when I was telling my mom. There was my anthropology teacher in college said he went to this place in Africa where there was shaman, and they were just
Yeah.
fucking with him, like making him sick, fucking giving him these crazy ass dreams. And the one shaman who was his friend was like, "All right, you just gotta fucking tough it out, don't run away." And like, yeah, he was just hanging with the shaman, people that had these crazy powers.
But they heal the souls is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Rose. Okay, they have unfinished business here, and they don't want to leave someone behind. But like, how long are they going to stay here for? And like, why are they just attacking? We'll say random people.
Yeah, I feel like there's got to be
I guess I just don't
partial.
understand the point of why there would be a ghost.
Well, do you believe in afterlife?
I don't know. I want to, but I have a feeling that there's nothing, that's what freaks me out. That's why I don't want to die.
Just the black hole.
It's just that's it. Just the TV show's over.
Yeah, it gives me anxiety immediate. My heart rate's
Yeah.
pumping.
Part of me wants to believe there's reincarnation. Like maybe I'll just come back as another human at a different time.
Yeah, I feel like
Demons, Terrence
our
says.
our generation, like our age group, I feel like a lot of people don't believe in like an afterlife, and I don't know.
Closest I'm gonna get to ghosts or something is gonna be aliens.
Do you believe in aliens?
That I could believe in, yeah. Like super advanced, like he's in cloak right now, just hanging out behind me, studying me, taking notes. Just
Yeah,
cloaked.
you're fucking nuts if you. That's a little extreme.
Like
I don't think they would.
scientists.
I don't think they'd go through that. I feel like they're out there. Like when shit happens, they keep us from like killing each other to the extreme. They're like, all right,
Built
these
the
idiots,
pyramids.
like yeah, somebody shot a nuclear missile, and they're like, all right, somebody fucking catch this fucking bomb. And then like Russia's like, what happened? Like I
Oh, we
don't know where our
shot it.
bomb went. Yeah, alien fucking sucks it up. I think there's something after because of my mom. I totally believe in aliens and extraterrestrials. Your mom's popping off tonight.
She believes in everything, basically.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
ghosts, demons, aliens, and they all talk and hang out together.
I've always Rocco loves this too. Like always believed in
We
like
had a whole
aliens and all of
podcast
that
with it.
shit. Yeah, that whole thing. I just think there's no way there's not other people in the
Yeah.
universe.
It's just a matter of who's the most advanced.
Yeah, we ain't. That's for fucking
Yeah.
sure. We still can't
Well,
even travel to fucking Mars
we
in
could
like a
be, though. We'll
timely
never
manner.
know. We won't
Yeah,
know. That's the crazy part.
yeah. Well, that's another thing I still can't understand, like our advancement in technology, and like we have certain things that are super crazy to think about.
You hearing this ring?
What number is it?
It's an 805 number. Hey, this is Matt from the Nobo Podcast.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah.
Lee Fish, what up, Papa?
What's up, man? What do you guys? You guys got no lives? Is what you do on Sundays or what?
Yeah, dude, we
Yeah.
just chill, man. We biked Sycamore yesterday, you little
guys,
fuck.
couple pussies trying to do something with your lives on a Sunday. Go buy another
Yeah.
dog or something.
Yeah. What'd you do with your day? Tell us about what's
Let me see. I got up in the morning. Did the regular chores, and then I went riding in the morning. Went for a swim in the river preserve, and I took the monsters over to a party at the. Sorry, I gotta say we. If not, Dory will cut my head off. We took the kids over to Rio Verde Park, and kids rode their Stasic around and played on the playground. You know the drill, dude. And RC car crap.
So do you believe
Good
in
day,
ghosts?
man.
Do you believe in ghosts, Aaron?
Do I believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
I don't think so. No.
Aliens?
Nah. That could be a possibility.
All right, there we
Oh wait,
go.
why don't you believe in ghosts?
I think it's just like some made up crap. I really haven't seen anybody really get on and proof of like someone, like even my personal life, like ever like really seen anything or anything happen. It's always some like wacko that's like trying to figure something out or start up. I don't know, man.
Stir up some shit.
I don't see any, but no one can prove it to me. I've been to haunted places before. It's like a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I think you psych yourself up for stuff like that, and you imagine it your own self. Like, oh, I heard a creak. Oh my God, it's got to be possessed. The place is possessed. You know?
Oh,
Yeah, I
what
feel
about
you.
growing up as a kid? Like, nothing scared you growing up?
You know, the only time when I was a young kid, yeah, it was weird, man. I definitely had some weird dreams, I think, or
What if they were real
seen
though?
things. But I don't know. I think it's just like your brain's developing and you're very imaginative. You know, I don't know. Like, yeah, there was some certain things, but I just, as I got older, I'm like, oh, that's insane. You know, you kind of just
Yeah.
throw it away, like, oh, that was nothing. You know.
Yeah.
Did
Well,
you
most
go to
So yeah.
Did you go to Glen Tavern, Aaron, in Santa Paula, that haunted tavern? Is that what you were talking about?
Oh yeah, that was something we did when we were in high school, like
Yeah.
growing up,
All right.
and that thing was never haunted. It was just like run down, beat up, like barn basically, you
Yeah.
know. But, yeah, it was like a place where people drank and try to freak themselves out. And,
You brought some chicks
you know,
up there, obviously. Trying to
yeah,
be
yeah. You
all
bring them,
tough.
you know, yeah, you
yeah,
bring
the
your
tough
ladies
guy.
and have a good time. Hey, you guys are gonna ride tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. You gonna go?
I really want to go, man. To be honest, I really do. I'd have to call out all kinds of stuff, play hooky, and do all this irresponsible stuff, you know.
Yeah, you know.
But on the same hand, it's like, when do I ever? Plus, it's like, no, you know, I got other like my bikes are just crap, you know.
Yeah.
We need some serious downhill for like Big Bear. I used to go to Big Bear a lot when I was younger. Like I was there for a World Cup one time, and a place gets gnarly, so you need something that's going to really absorb some rocks.
When did you start mountain biking?
I started like when I was probably in the early like mid '90s actually, because before that I raced BMX, so it was kind of like a transition where everybody was like, oh, it's, you know, mountain bike just started up and everything was like a hardtail front
Yeah.
end and back, and so
Wait,
that's kind of started in the mid '90s really.
racing BMX, was that with the tricks
Yeah,
at the park?
I used to race like, you know, like racetracks, you know. We had a racetrack in town, and
Ventura?
I started racing on. Yeah, I started racing like 5 or 7 years old, and it was a bitchin' track. It was kind of like, it was in the '80s basically, and it was awesome, man. It was like kind of a town event thing, you know, and
Yeah.
everybody'd show up and race, and I ended up just racing all over the place, you
With
know. I
jumps? Did
probably
they
raced
put jumps on the track?
200. What's that?
Were there jumps on the track, or is it just like a flat
Oh
course?
yeah, no, every track you were jumping, every like doubles and triples, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was wild. It was wild. It was fun, man. I mean, yeah. So jumping was just a part of. You had to jump or you'd lose. You know,
Yeah.
everybody jumps.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just learn to do it. You know, you feel like you're flying, you're gonna die, but you just did it. You know, especially as a young kid. You know.
Yeah,
So
now you got more responsibility and fear. You start to understand or like know what the fuck it actually means.
I think too, like when you're younger though, you kind of learn to do that, and as you get older, you get wiser on how to do it better. So then you're going, okay, then I'm actually a lot safer now. So you feel a little bit more comfortable doing it actually when you get older.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you do have responsibilities too. You're just like, well, now I would probably not go off that big jump. Or, you know, if you questioned
Yeah.
it, because I got to work on Monday versus like, you know, give me 10 years ago, and I would have just said, oh, well, hell with it. I don't have kids, nothing. I'll just send it and kill myself, you know?
This guy.
Yeah, this is kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
Even, yeah, even when I went to the motocross track with the kids, like a couple months ago, I did like 10 laps through it, and I was like, starting to jump a little bit more as I was going. I was thinking, God, I would have just whipped right through these when I was younger,
Yeah.
easily, you know. And I'm thinking, God, you know, I know what it's like when you get injured on, you know, hitting
Yeah.
a 50-foot jump. You know, you get really jacked. So
And
is it
Plus,
start
worth
you
it?
to
I
mess
can't.
don't
with
know.
everything else.
Yeah, if you can't go to work, then it's like a big fucking issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, okay, so we'll go ride. God, I don't, I, you know, it's that like it's like pulling on you two different directions because you're like going, oh, I want to, you can just clear lift like nothing. You've done it like 1,000 times when you're younger, but you're going, but it's just like, God, I got to work on Monday now,
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
kind of
somebody else
tone
is
it
in
down.
pain
You
for
just
your
really
life.
do. It's just,
Hurt.
I got kids to feed, and you got, bills and houses, you gotta, yeah, that's the way it is now. It's not that you're scared to do it. You just go, well, you just don't have that time to recover and get your life back in order.
Yeah.
So, I think that's what it really comes down to. My dad raced dirt bikes when I was a kid too, so he's pretty much stopped when he had us. He just kind of was like, dude,
Can't
getting
keep
all
doing it.
gnarly, and they just had to stop, because he had to pay the bills, and he was worried that he would hurt himself,
Yeah.
So that's kind of the way that goes. So, but
Yeah,
I
ride
love it,
bike
man. I mean,
crosses.
I'll hit some of the smaller stuff, or occasionally I'll go big on something, but then I'm just like, whatever. As long as I get through the day and I have a good time, and and I can
Got a
come
good
home to my
sweat
kids
in.
in one piece.
Yeah,
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
I agree.
you guys, yeah. Go ahead.
He just
I
said he
agree with
agrees
you.
with you, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I look at like we ride with Neil. I mean, I'm sure he went probably harder than he's probably going now. But he still goes out there and gets
Yeah.
some stuff in.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's
definitely safer now.
he's probably like, oh shit, I got to work still.
Yeah.
I can't do this. But yeah, I mean, it's what you got to do. Well, I wanted to talk about that CrossFit thing, though. You
Tell
guys were
us,
talking
dude.
about
Yeah,
earlier.
let's do it. Let's dig into some CrossFit shit. You took it competitively, right? That's your background. You did the CrossFit thing. You joined it late, but still fucking went to
Yeah.
regionals, all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I did regionals. I did 4 years. I did 2 as an individual and 2 as a on a team.
Yeah.
I say my two. I could say my mentally toughest year was probably 2013. My most fit year was probably 2014 but I wasn't as mentally tough. And then like
Individual? Both
2000.
your individual years?
What's that?
Were those both your
Yeah, my individual years. Yeah, And I think 2017, I was like really fit at that time on the team, and then 2018, I was like, God, I'm kind of getting over this, and then
Yeah.
went to Wadapalooza in like 2019 in the RX Elite division, and I didn't even I was like, after this, I'm just done. I probably did 100 competitions up until then, and I was a lot stronger, a lot, probably fitter, but I was just like, I want to go out there and make money now. I can't just I want to have
doing this.
more of a future than just doing this CrossFit crap. This is ridiculous.
Was that one of the big reasons? Just no money in it, or was it just like?
Oh, there's like no money in CrossFit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kids
Especially
are
when
getting
you were
yelled
doing
at
it.
right now. What's that?
I said, especially when you were doing it when it wasn't as big. Like, yeah, there definitely was not a lot of money in it.
And I look at it too. Like even the top guys that are winning, they get their purse is nothing compared to like other professional athletes. It's like literally a motocross guy. He makes more than that in one race, than they do all year. It's like, okay. So, there's just no sponsors, like high paying sponsors in CrossFit. I think it's because of the fact that it's like, who wants to watch people lifting dumbbells all day? It's about as boring as you can get,
That's what we talked about, like the future of CrossFit being a sport, and it's just like I'm just not seeing it like there being a day when everyone's gonna watch ESPN people lifting weights. To your point,
No, it's too boring. You want to go. Well, you want to watch gymnastics, like girls doing triple backflips and doing all this crazy coordinated stuff, and track sprinters doing the 109 and 9.9 seconds. They're like you're blown away by that. By lifting a dumbbell and jumping over a wall, you're like, oh, that's not gonna.
It's like Fran. Like you can't really understand a 2-minute Fran unless you've actually done Fran, right? Like if you're watching Fran, you've never done it before, you're like, oh, okay. They just did some pressing with the barbell and some pull-ups. That looked easy.
Yeah. And I'm not here to discredit the sport because I think it's an amazing modality to do, like just to get you in every kind of condition you want on anything you want to do. And I think it's great. It's a great community, but I just don't see it as like a viewership is there. Like you're just not going to get people to, you're not going to get big sponsors to do it because they just think like, oh, this is just for the real sports out there, and the reason why I say that now is because it would have taken off and got some of the major sponsors if it was, and it never has. It had Reebok, and that was the biggest one, and now they're gone. So it's like, okay, now there's no big sponsors. There's no Monster Energies. There's no Red Bull. There's no like Nike, big factory companies. You're not talking like Toyota. Like those are big sponsors. Those guys make millions of dollars a year. And you just don't got that in CrossFit just because it's just not that exciting to watch,
Yeah. What would make it more exciting?
Yeah, it's just got no excitement to it. I mean, that's not discrediting it. The fact that it's probably the best fitness program out there because it's so well-rounded. You get a little bit of everything, including swimming to venture races, everything. It's kind of in there.
Do you think they could make it more exciting or no? You think it's just the nature of it? It's just meant to be working out.
You know what? I don't know. It's just kind of like there's nothing in there that's like adrenaline. I think people get excited when they see people doing something like adrenaline pumping. Like, oh my God, I can't believe people can do that. Like, it's not you lifting a dumbbell. You're like, what did you do? Like, that's not going to kill you. It's not going to kill you. But people want to watch people stuff that could possibly kill you.
Yeah.
You're going 100 miles an hour or, jumping off something or whatever, just something like exciting, even football, like football is like, you could get really hurt in football. I mean, it's like people are getting blasted off the field.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you got these monsters on the field. Like people get excited about that kind of stuff, lifting the dumbbell. It's kind of like, wow, we made the gym a sport, like, okay. I don't know. I don't like to feel like I discredit the sport though. That's not where I'm going, I just, I wish it was different, and I even see it with all the other guys like Rich Froning and Rich Froning's like out there like doing mountain bike races and wake surfing, and he's like all over the place. He's not like Mr. I'm going to do CrossFit everything. He's kind of like shifted over a lot too, and a lot of those guys have. And look at Khalifa.
Yeah, the
Khalifa's a good example. He's a black belt, or he's going for his black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's doing competitions and staying fit for his family, and
I don't think it was ever meant to be a sport, and I think it just gets more obvious the more you do it. It's like when you first get into CrossFit, you want to do everything CrossFit. You talk about CrossFit, you're like, oh yeah, I want to be competitive at CrossFit. Then like you kind of just start to realize like, wait, all we're doing is lifting weights here. Let's not get the point of all this.
I know. You're like, well, I kind of I'm keeping my legs strong so I can ride my mountain bike up this hill. Like, I'm not dogging it, like, and then I can go super fast on the downhill, which is the fun part, like, that's what you're doing it for, or, you're able to run with your kids until you're, 90 years old or whatever, that's the whole idea, I think, in my mind, at least.
Definitely.
I think it's just, people, I mean, I get it. Some people didn't really grow up with like extreme sports, or they didn't really play sports, or there's some college athletes that do CrossFit that are really good at it, and they transfer over and they kick some butt. There's a lot that have.
You ever skateboard?
But really, what's that?
You ever skateboard?
Yeah, I did a lot of it when I was younger, and especially in the 80s.
Like kick flips, were those around yet?
Oh, that was like the staple.
Yeah. Okay.
We had half pipe. We had half pipes when we were a kid. That was like a big deal. Yeah, like we set them up in the middle of the street. They're pretty tall. I mean, I guess because I was short, little kid, but plywood, bent plywood, road rash, all every night. You ripping your arms off the pillows, because your skin's ripped off, and yeah, it was good times.
Well, I figured that was like right there up there with BMX, right? Or were the two kind of separated at that point?
They were kind of intertwined, because the fact is, and I have to give this credit to Vans shoes, because when you race BMX, 99% of the people all wear Vans because they're a waffle bottom.
Yeah.
And they're perfect for our pedals. So it was just, and everybody wore them, because even in the trick, even at the X Games, like those guys that do the flips and all that, they were all wearing Vans at the time, and that was always a skateboard shoe way before it ever was a BMX shoe. So it kind of intertwined them, and that's kind of how that worked. And that was like, I started in the 80s, and yeah, so they kind of did, Matt. I have to say, BMX and skating kind of did, but originally, surfing is what started skating.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
That's the original. It's sidewalk surfing, and that's how originally, like, surfing was just from surfers. Like, they all like wanted to do the thing on land too,
Lords of Dogtown. Remember that movie?
Yeah, they were all surfers. They surfed Pacific Ocean Pier, and when it was still there, and that was their spot. And then they were really good surfers, and they wanted to skate, and they started the new age of skating, really, pool skating, half pipes. Yeah, that's a good era. That was my dad's era. My dad skateboarded too.
Oh shit.
Papa Cool. Yeah, he skateboarded, surfed.
Is that where snowboarding came from?
What's that?
So where did snowboarding come from? I think I'm getting my stories mixed.
Snowboarding to me actually came for a little combination of everything. I think it was like a combination of skateboarding and surfing, and I would almost say that originally the skateboarders were more of the snowboarders than anything. It came, like, I would say snowboarding came from skateboarding than anything. And because I grew up in the 80s, and I had a cousin who skated a lot, and they would go to Mammoth when snowboarding just came out, and I remember that as a kid, my cousin Scott, he would skate, he would go snowboarding all the time, and I'm like, what the hell is that? It just came out,
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say the skaters started snowboarding. I'd say that for sure, and that's why they were like total thugs and didn't care about any rules on the mountain, and everybody hated them, because skateboarders back then were kind of like super rebellious,
Yeah.
Nowadays you can't really do that, because you got like $1 million sponsors. So if you do that, your money train's gone. Back then they didn't really have. Back then they didn't have a money train, so they just basically had to, they just went and had, they just were themselves. Skaters were always like thrashers.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how that kind of came involved. But
sports.
They're all good sports. Love them all. I know you guys like CrossFit a lot, and I think a lot. I mean, it's a great thing, and
to be clear,
that helps
sport, though, dude.
That helps with everything you do in all these other sports too. Like in motocross though, like it's just, you would train differently in CrossFit for that. You just kind of like have to lift lighter weights and do high reps, high, like you'd have to do like lightweight Fran all the time would be perfect for motocross.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you guys? You guys ready for tomorrow's downhill event or what?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. I think we're gonna probably be on the greens and blues, just trying to practice the bank and the turns.
Yeah, I know. Just kind
a lot of practice.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just go have fun, man. Don't start with the basics, because if you jump over to the bigger stuff, it'll screw you up for later. Because You need to get those basics in. Once you get those basics in, you'll be so much better at the black stuff. If you go straight to black,
Fuck
man, you're gonna get hurt, and it's gonna put you out of your game, and you're not gonna enjoy it as much. Yeah, stick to those ones. I'm sure you'll hit some blacks though. You'll hit some blacks.
Yeah, I might wander over
You
there.
know?
Yeah.
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 Is Neil going? Is Neil going with anybody else, or just you guys?
Not
I don't know
sure.
who he's riding with. He's riding by himself. He's gonna meet us up there.
Oh yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's
I
got
wonder
some
if he's
work
out.
to do.
Oh, okay. Got some work to do. I gotcha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you guys will have fun. I'm actually going to, hopefully at the end of the month, go to
To Big Bear?
Mammoth for a weekend.
Mammoth? Well, fucking invite
Yeah.
us, dude.
Yeah.
For biking?
You guys should roll up there. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. At least one day.
Sick. I've never even
At
been to
least one
Mammoth.
day. We have a trip planned to Tahoe, so I was thinking of just
When? In the end of July?
stepping it. End of July, yeah, for a
Dude.
week, and then we're gonna go to. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to. We're on the way up. We're just gonna get a hotel. A place at the village right there, and they have a Stasic track for the kids up at top of the main launch. The kids can ride that, and then also I can take them down some of like the easy runs. Because I went mountain biking yesterday with Maverick, and he was bombing the hill, man. I was like impressed.
Didn't I meet you in Tahoe one time?
In Tahoe?
Yeah, I thought like we accidentally were there at the same time, and I ran into you.
I don't think so.
Well,
Where were you at?
I don't remember.
Where were you at?
I have a memory of it. I don't remember now. I just could have swore that we saw each other in Tahoe.
Maybe.
But
I don't know.
I don't know.
North Star is amazing in Tahoe, though. If you ever go mountain biking, I like it a lot more.
We might be
I like
there
a
at
lot
the end
more.
of July, so
Go ahead.
maybe we'll cross paths.
Yeah, North Star is amazing because they groom all their runs, which is.
I'm talking about summer, dude.
Yeah. What's that?
Are you talking about?
Oh no,
summer?
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying grooming their mountain bike runs. They
Oh,
literally
shit, really?
they have one jump. It's called live wire there. It's a jump. It's like a BMX track all the way down. You're hitting probably 30 jumps on the way down. But you know what? They're not like super big jumps, You're talking 10s, 15s.
Yeah.
10s, 15s, some 5s. Occasionally you might get a 20 in there, but like you can kind of just and then there's like step ups. That was my favorite run because it was like a black, but it was like, even if you're just a blue rider, you could go down it and have a blast, So I like that. It was more of a jump. It reminded me of BMX. I think that's why.
Aren't the hills kind of like muddy when you're doing it too? That's my only concern, is that there's going to be some mud.
You know what? No mud. Like, in fact, like say in North Star, they have like, they have sprinkler systems down on that live wire one that I was talking about, and it's bitching because then it just keeps the ground just perfect. It's not all dusty. You're not going to slide out as much.
Oh, that's sick.
Think
about that.
You want a little dampness on the ground. Trust me, it's a lot better when it's got more moisture in the ground than not, because then it just gets like super loose, and then you start washing your front end out, and you're having a bad day. Mammoths like that, they don't water any of their mountains. So you're like, every time I go to Mammoth, it's probably a little, I don't know if it's even better than Big Bear. I think Big Bear is really good.
Really?
Yeah, people say, it's Mammoth. It's probably better, but I don't know. Yeah, it's a bigger mountain. You have more to ride, but like, I don't know. I think
the trails just feel nicer in Big Bear.
Yeah, I think they manicure them a little better up there because it's a smaller resort and they can do it.
Yeah.
Mammoth's so big, I think they just go, okay. I mean, they do a really good job in Mammoth, but like, I don't know. I feel like they just don't water some sections enough.
Yeah.
Because I always eat crap in Mammoth, dude. I always do it like a washout or just so dry or something,
Yeah.
A Big Bear or like North Star, you're having a good day because the dirt's wet,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
But yeah, that's a good time. But yeah. So you guys are pumped, huh? I mean, that's cool. I'm glad you guys are gonna roll out to there. That'll be a good time, you know.
Yeah. You'll let us know last minute if you're in or not.
Yeah, I gotta really think about it. I'm gonna ask Dory what she thinks,
All
and
right.
then I'm gonna
Yeah.
see what I should do. I love because we were just talking the other day, like, and she's like, "Yeah, you just need to go on a weekend, get out of town with your boys." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I bought a new dirt bike in a couple months
I saw
ago,
that.
and then I haven't been riding it that much, really.
Yeah.
And I'm going to desert gets so hot, and my buddy's property that we go out and ride at, it's like 110 out there right now. And then
Yeah.
even the motocross track, the LACR, it's 110 out. And I like that heat, but the dirt just is crap, and it's dusty, and no one else can really like handle the heat. So there's this place called Kennedy Meadows off the 395 that you go up to, and it's beautiful. The South Fork of the Kern runs through it. It's all pine trees. It's waterfalls. And I ordered a spark arrestor. Like, I just got one, and it just came in the mail. I'm like, yeah, let's get the boys together and ride up there,
That's all motocross, though, right? Like,
what's that?
That's all motocross riding up there?
It's not. It's like more of like I call it like alpine trail riding,
Okay.
Like if you were to go to Tahoe and ride through all the hiking trails and shit, it's like that, dude. It's like riding your dirt bike through it 100 miles an hour. It's awesome. Yeah, and it's like if you ever heard of enduro and motocross, you're like crossing big old creeks like full speed and just like burying yourself in the water. Everyone's laughing, and you're just sticking your bike out of the water, and it's a fun time, man. It's a good time.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure Neil knows about Kennedy Meadows. He's a dirt biker, so
I always forget
that's kind of like it's our summer spot, basically. It's like, okay, we can't ride anywhere else, but we can ride at Kennedy Meadows because it's up at like over 7,000 feet,
Yeah.
And it's still like 80-something degrees, though,
That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, you guys would love it. If you guys got dirt bikes, you guys go up there, you'd love it because it's pine trees and rivers. And
get us into another hobby.
Yeah, that'll be the next iteration, dude.
Yeah, hobby number 4.
Yeah, I know. You could actually, right where we ride is like, you could literally go whitewater rafting on the Kern River and literally ride your dirt bike that afternoon in the same area. That's how cool it is.
Yeah, it's sweet.
You could ride your dirt bike to the Kern River, like where they go whitewater rafting, and then ride your dirt bike all the way back to camp. It's a pretty cool place.
That's where's Kern River at? Around here?
It's you're going off the 395, like you're going northbound, you're going to Mammoth or Bishop. Let's just say Bishop.
Yeah,
you're on
Bishop.
the way.
Okay.
It's about the city of Mojave.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've driven through it. Yeah.
Yeah, city of Mojave, and then you're gonna go there's a place called Red Rock. You're gonna pass that, and you're gonna keep going on the 395, and then it's like this little town called Pearsonville, and you take a left, and you go up into the hills of the Sierras, basically right there, and it's the drive is amazing too. It's like this 9-mile drive up this gnarly hill, and then you come to Kennedy Meadows, which is beautiful,
that's
man.
Cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool spot. Yeah. How about you guys? You guys gonna take up any new sports? Jiu-jitsu? What's up?
That's like on the list. Jiu-jitsu, but
at some point. But you just reminded me. I want to try like whitewater rafting in a kayak one day.
Dude, I've done it on the Kern River with my buddy, another buddy that I ride dirt bikes with.
That'd be fun.
We've done it, man. It's super fun, man. It is. We're kind of knuckleheads back then, and just didn't care about life itself, we
I
did
don't
it
need to
one
do a
day.
level 5. I mean, I could just do a level 3 first and like get my feet wet.
Yeah, we did like level 3s and 4s, and it was like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was out of that kayak more than I was in that kayak. I was like,
Oh, shit.
But I went with these like professional guides, and
Yeah.
we wasn't a guided tour. We just rented the boats and just went out one day. And the guys were like, yeah, you guys can do it. We're like, all right, cool, we'll do it. And then me and my buddy Seth went out there, and they showed us this cool little area where we could surf the whitewater and all this, and and like on a class 3 or 4, and yeah, it's not a big deal. You get flipped over, and you can literally just let yourself out of that kayak.
Yeah,
We didn't know how to roll ourselves, so
just pull it aside and find your way back in it. Yeah.
So I just hold on to my paddle as I'm going over the falls, and I would just hold on to my raft too, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, I
super fun though.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah, it was super good times. I remember that, man. That was good times, man. Yeah, we didn't care about life itself, man. At that point, young 20-year-olds. Yeah. But yeah, you should do that, man. I'll go with you. Let's go to the Kern River.
Let's do it.
We'll have to plan a trip.
Hey, you can actually, at the Kern River, there's a trail called Canal Trail, and it's right there. Like, you could there's a shuttle that goes out of town that takes your mountain bikes to the top of that, and you can just downhill mountain bike back into the Kern. It's amazing, dude. It's super fun.
Yeah, isn't that like a 13-mile trail or something downhill?
It's
take you
a
up on a bus
bitchin'
or
trail.
something?
They do a race on it, I think, every year, and at the local bike shop, they do shuttles up there all summer long.
Yeah.
And there's dirt bikers on it too. That's what I'm saying. You could ride your dirt bike on it back to camp at Candy Meadows. But like, yeah, you could shuttle from Kern and go on up and just downhill it all day, and you can go whitewater rafting the next day. It's awesome, So, yeah, man.
Sick, dude. Well, hopefully we see you tomorrow, but if not, maybe we'll run into you in Tahoe if the trips line up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I would love to do it, man. God, I would love to. Let's to figure it out. Let's see, what time you guys leaving? About 5, 4, 5?
5-ish. Let's not push it, dude.
Yeah, they don't open till 10.
Yeah, I know. You guys will get up there quick too.
Yeah.
I'll let you know if I'm up, man, or if I can swing it. I'll let you know, and I'll shoot you a text or something.
All right, that works, dude.
All right, guys. If not, have fun, and I will see you on the next one.
Thanks for calling.
All right, see you, dude.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Good old Cleve Daddy.
I feel like Cleefish couldn't hear me as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Is your audio low?
No, I think it just is like, I don't know, whatever third wave party system we got built. He hears you way clearer than me.
Chat, Luke and I sound the same?
Right now we do, but I think when it's actually like the live call-ins, I'm curious how clear he can hear me.
Yeah. We need a professional. I sent the link to Vince to join as a guest, but he changed his mind. He didn't want to talk about pickleball.
He said no.
Yeah. Oh, he just didn't, him. He doesn't respond.
Okay.
He's probably in bed.
Yeah. Well, chat, we got a midweek show coming up Wednesday. I feel like our last one was really, one of our best.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So we'll recap mountain biking. We're gonna try. We got to go buy a GoPro tonight and hook it up for us to have something for tomorrow. And yeah. So let's go find one and call it a day, dude.
All right, well, thanks for chatting, dude.
Yeah, dude. It's great having you, man.
See you, chat.
See you, chat.